that? Mega Man 3. Mega Man 3 has really good music. Like I really like the music of this game. Almost every song is great. All of the Robot Master stages have really good songs in them. Way better than most of the stuff in 1 or 2 even. But yeah, Mega Man 3. It's the next game after Mega Man 2. It introduces sliding, which is a new thing in this game. Mega Man's first new move, and it's pretty fun. I always like when in platformers you get something to make the movement a little faster, to get you through stages a little quicker if if you know where you're going kinda, or if you can react fast enough. So it's nice. Due to the 2-button layout, it's kinda awkward to execute sometimes, and sometimes you're gonna slide when you wanna jump, and sometimes you're gonna jump when you wanna slide, but it's generally fine. It's also used in some creative ways in some of the level design, though that level design can also be a little bit dickish in this game. This game really likes to bust your balls. The Robot Master stages are generally fine, they're not too much of an issue. You get used to them. They're harder than in 2. Everything is harder than in 2. But, you get through it. But then there's basically the second go-around, where you have to fight the Doc Robots, which have abilities from the Mega Man 2 Robot Masters. And those stages, even though it's only 4, they're way harder than the ones for the Robot Masters. They're basically remixed versions of 4 of the Robot Master stages, and each contain 2 boss fights, which is not the only difficult part, but the main difficulty in a lot of them. Just having 2 of these big barriers in them. Everything is also just a lot tankier in this game. Robot Masters have more iframes than in Mega Man 2. Less than in Mega Man 1, but Mega Man 1 is a bit of an outlier here. In Mega Man 2 you could generally mash them to death if you had the right weapon. Mega Man 3 doesn't like that. You can still shoot a lot and damage a lot, but you generally deal a lot less damage and take a lot more damage. There's also a little bit of jank to this game, which isn't really into. There's these platforms in Snake Man stage that sometimes will just throw you off when they spawn. And stuff like these rising platforms in Sparkman stage that just don't feel right all the time. I'm not saying it's broken. I've seen people call this game unfinished. I wouldn't go that far. Maybe that's like a fact about the game, that it's unfinished. But it doesn't really feel like it, to me anyway. But yeah, the Doc Robot stages are big gauntlets, and then the Wily stages aren't really that much of an issue afterwards. You've kinda gone through the pain, and now you can just cruise on through to the end. But yeah, I still really like this game. The slide especially is cool. I also like a lot of the weapons in this game. It has a lot more variety to them. There's a lot more ideas here than just, you have the shoot and then you have the bomb, and you know what I mean. The Gemini laser bounces around the room. You have the snakes, you have the top spin, even though that sucks. The Shadow Blade, is just the metal blade again, but kinda different, a little bit. But yeah, it's a good game. A nice evolution in the series. Maybe not as many changes as I would have wanted, but I'm generally fine with what is here. I'm giving this game a 7 out of 10.